Gentlemen, how are you doing on today? How you doing on today, gentlemen? Can I get oh yeah?
Oh yeah.
Can I get oh yeah again?
Oh yeah.
Gentlemen, give yourself a hand. Yeah, we're gonna talk about today. We're gonna talk about today, gentlemen. Gentlemen, we're gonna talk about this on today. On today. Matter of fact, hold up a second. Well, before I get to that, John, we're gonna play. I gotta ask you one question, John. I gotta ask you one question. If you were like me, say your relationship failed, right? Your relationship failed, it didn't work out. Gentlemen, I gotta ask you one question. Did that relationship make you bitter or did it make you better? Did that relationship, your failed relationship, just like me, going through separation, this will end up in the divorce. But gentlemen, did this relationship make you bitter or did it make you better? That's the question
What?
you gotta ask yourself. But here, before we do that, let's listen to this clip right quick. Let's listen to this clip. I put this up on my YouTube page, but I'm gonna play it for you guys right quick. Let's listen to it. Hold up a second. Give me 1 second. Here we go. Ready?
When the dude that's never been appreciated crosses paths with the woman that was never loved correctly, you better watch out. Because that right there, that's a true power couple. That is two people that have been to the depths of hell and lifted themselves out. But now they're not doing it by themselves. They're doing it together. And that right there is a force to be reckoned with. Remember that.
Give that man a hand. When a man who wasn't appreciated crosses path with a woman who hasn't been loved correctly, you become a power couple. Right? You become a power couple. So, gentlemen, just like me, last relationship didn't work out. Now, once again, I'm not going to point fingers. I've told you, gentlemen, I wasn't operating in purpose. So, to me, that marriage was going to fail. I'm just going to be honest. That marriage was going to fail. Huh? You saying, 12, what are you talking about? Listen, I already told you, gentlemen, I wasn't operating in purpose. Purpose is the foundation of any type of relationship. Your purpose, gentlemen, is the foundation of any type of marriage. If you're not operating in purpose, gentlemen, yeah, your relationships of any kind is going to fail. Yeah, gentlemen. So the thing is, I'll ask again, are you gentlemen, has that failed relationship made you bitter or has it made you better? Some of you gentlemen may have felt like me at one point in time and say, you know what? I don't feel like I'm being appreciated. Now, once again, not pointing the finger, not saying I was or I wasn't, but at times, hey, in this marriage, sometimes you feel like you're not being appreciated. Gentlemen, you too. You gentlemen think you just working hard, I'm providing, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. It's just not being reciprocated. So once again, gentlemen, has that failed relationship made you bitter or has it made you better? Has it? Have you learned from that failure? Like I told gentlemen all the time, in any type of failure we go through life, it's three things that's supposed to happen when we fail, right? Failure is a good thing because failure is supposed to lead to recognition. Right? With every failure that we come through, it's supposed to be some type of recognition. What went wrong in this last relationship? What went wrong? What did I do wrong? Not pointing the finger at anybody else. Hold up a second. Where did I up in this last relationship? Because, gentlemen, we have a part to play. We were not perfect in our last relationship. I was not perfect. Of course, she was not perfect, but it failed. But with that failed relationship, there's supposed to be some type of recognition. You're supposed to recognize where you fell short. You're supposed to recognize. With every failure that we go through in life, gentlemen, there's supposed to be some type of recognition. And with that recognition comes growth. So it's failure, then it's recognition, then it's growth. People say, I talked about this before, gentlemen. People talking about, failure is not an option. Well, hey, listen, my friend, let me let you in on a little secret. If you don't fail, you're not going to recognize, you're not going to grow. Can I get a, oh yeah?
Oh yeah.
If you gentlemen do not fail, you're not going to recognize where you felt, where you're falling short. You're not going to grow. People talking about win. I want to win. I want to win. I want to win. Great. You're going to have to fail in order to really win in life. I'm sorry. Nobody does anything perfectly. Like my last marriage was not perfect. There was plenty of failures in my last relationship. There was plenty of failures. Well, with every failure came recognition. Where did I fall short? Especially in the communication. It's like, it's my in my last relationship, it was on my part, it was a lot of failed communication. I felt that, I couldn't communicate with my ex-wife because it's just, it was a lot of times I just felt like it was a lot of arguing and things of that nature. And I just felt like I couldn't communicate. A lot of times I wanted to express things and say this and say that, but a lot of times I just shut my mouth. Because if I say something, it's going to lead to this, it's going to lead to that. And once again, that's not her fault. That's not her fault at all. Same thing with me. I felt like, hey, and the thing is, my last relationship, I was, I did kind of play the victim role at times. You're the aggressor. I'm just listening to you. You want to be the aggressive one, this, that, and the third. So when you come at me aggressive and I explode in your face and this, that, and the third, it just shuts everything down. So yeah, gentlemen, it was a lot of failed communication, especially on my part with her. But once again, that goes back to the purpose. See, the whole, you can't jump into a marriage if your purpose has not been established. You're already in a lose-lose situation, gentlemen. There's no boundaries. There's nothing being set forth. There's no communication of how this relationship is going to work. Because first of all, gentlemen, I was operating in purpose. So everything was just mumbo jumbo. Everything was just jumbled up. And I'm just winging it basically. Our relationship was it was a wing it. I was just winging it. But with that failure of that relationship, caused for me to recognize some things in myself. Caused for me to check myself. Especially me being here in Atlanta, it's definitely caused for me to reevaluate myself. Get back into the purpose. Of course, have a SOP or standard of operations and procedures in my life, and thoroughly have a vision. But some of you gentlemen, hey, you might be in a relationship now. You're saying the same thing I'm saying, man. I don't feel like I'm being appreciated. Some guys just stick in there and tough it out, and some guys just say, F it. They about to go out here and they about to get it in. Since you don't appreciate me, I'm about to find somebody else who will. And that's gonna lead to a bigger mess, gentlemen. We gotta. I say all the time, John, it's time to grow up. But only way you're going to grow up if you recognize where you failed, and that recognition comes from your failures. So I ask you again, gentlemen, has that failed relationship made you bitter, or has it made you better? Because it's going to do one or two things, gentlemen. That failure of that last relationship is going to do one or two things. It's going to make you bitter, or it's going to make you better. And if it makes you bitter, maybe, maybe God, universe, ancestors, I don't know who y'all believe in. Maybe you have to go through that cycle again with another person. Since you didn't learn, since you didn't become better, since you didn't recognize, you didn't want to grow, you want to remain the same, you went backwards because now you're bitter now. Now you're mad. You're mad at the whole world that this last relationship didn't work. So now you're bitter. So now you got to go through the same cycle all over again with somebody else. And gentlemen, I'm not about to do that. I recognize I failed. I recognize it's time to grow. I failed. I recognize it's time to grow. Don't have any type of animosity towards anybody or anything. I told you, gentlemen, I came into that relationship with no direction. I came in initially with no direction. Yeah, I found it when I was going, I told you, gentlemen, 3, 4 years in, then the light bulb. Then it comes on, and now all of a sudden I'm ready to head in this direction. I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to. Here comes 1247, and here I'm trying to put out merchandise and do this and do that and be this positive and all this other stuff. And I want my family to go this way, but gentlemen, I didn't come in with that type of vision. I didn't come in with that type of vision for myself. So, gentlemen, I was already behind the 8 bulb. I had doomed that relationship from the beginning. I doomed it. It was done. That relationship was already doomed, gentlemen. So I can't blame anybody but myself. But the thing is, with that failure has made me a better person. Let's rewind that. With that failed relationship has made me a better person. There are certain things I had to get away from. There's certain things I just had to go within myself. I had to make sure I was good. I had to with me coming here to Atlanta was the reset. I had to reset everything, gentlemen. I had to reset everything. Anybody and everybody that I once knew, besides my children. They just had to go. These people didn't play a part in my life coming here. Because I'm here by myself. So I'm here moving forward. I'm not here about to go backwards. I'm here progressing. I'm not about to be here and go back to where I came from. No, gentlemen. So me going through that failed relationship has made me better. Has made me just recognizing things that I need to fix in my life. The situations, even being here in Atlanta, the things I have or do not have, all comes back on me doing or not doing something. I cannot point the finger at anybody but myself because I'm by myself. And sometimes, gentlemen, to reevaluate or to hit the reset button on your life, gentlemen, hey, sometimes you have to be by yourself. I said sometimes. And once again, I'm not telling any man out there to go leave his family, this, that, and the third. Gentlemen, it is, in my case, I just had to make that move for myself. Right? And that was just me coming to Atlanta. I'm like, listen, if I come to Atlanta and create something better, right? If I come by myself and create something better, to me, I'm starting off the right way because now I've created something by myself that somebody can come into. Right? Because before, I told you, gentlemen, I had roommates and things of that nature. So a lot of my situation was financial. I had a roommate. I had the first guy when I got to Maryland. I had a roommate to help me out because coming from military Japan to Maryland, I needed a roommate because rent was high. Me coming from Japan, I spent 6.5 years, so I had to get recalibrated to the civilian life and things of that nature, gentlemen. So I had a roommate to help me out. And after I spent 5 years with him, he left. I got another roommate to kind of help me out with the financial thing. And here comes the ex-wife. It's just, she just filled in the slot that these other two were already filling. So, it's bad to say. It was like she was a roommate. Yeah, she was basically a glorified roommate. A glorified roommate I had children with. I gotta admit, gentlemen, we gotta admit where we hold up a second. Gentlemen, we gotta admit where we f***ed up. Because the marriage didn't it wasn't, it was the role that she played because it was the 2 prior roommates I had before her. So she just filled in the role that the other 2 did. It's just I just had children with this female. There was a marriage, but truthfully, I'm gonna be honest with you. It was a marriage, but it was really just a glorified roommate situation. It was a glorified roommate situation, gentlemen. I can sit here and say that yes, my ex-wife was basically just a glorified roommate because you just filled in the slot that these other 2, that the two roommates I had before you were doing. Because I didn't have my shit together. Playing around, no purpose, just drifting, all this and all that. So yeah, gentlemen, I came into the marriage. I came into the game all up. It is what it is, gentlemen. I can admit that. I can admit that moving forward. So me coming to Atlanta just hit the reset button on everything. Me coming here to Atlanta just hit the reset button on my whole life. And I'm thankful because now, going through spending those last 14 some odd years up in the DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia, has helped me to become a better person. So I didn't get bitter. I'm getting better, and every single day I'm getting better. Stepping out there on quote unquote faith. Stepping out there and coming to Atlanta, not knowing anybody. I told you, gentlemen, I had a book bag, I had a suitcase, and I had a cell phone. That was it. I had a dream. I had my dream. I had my children's dream. I wrote that vision down 3 days. 3 days, my second or third day I got here, I wrote that vision down. Why did I come to Atlanta? Because the thing is, gentlemen, I didn't come to Atlanta to do the same thing I did 15 some odd years ago. Came out of Japan to Maryland, DC, Virginia, got in the party mode, party, club this, club that, in this girl face, doing this, doing that, all over the place. But spent 15 years now me coming to Atlanta, I can't do that. I'm not going to hit the reset button and do the same thing I just did back when I was in Maryland. Because it's time to grow, gentlemen. It's time to grow. It's time to be better. It's time to do bigger and better things, gentlemen. I can't keep doing the same rigmarole over and over again. Yeah, at times I did feel like I wasn't appreciated in my marriage. But gentlemen, it's just I laid that foundation for her really to not appreciate me because she was just a glorified roommate. Just a glorified roommate. Of course, I got my house, my little townhome built, and had me little cars. I mean, it was okay. I mean, I did some things. We did some things together, but it wasn't. It could have been a lot better. It could have been a lot better, man. If I just initially would have came in with my mind, with my mind focused on the purpose, my mind having a standard for myself, having a vision for myself. Yeah, that relationship could have went. It could have went better. I don't know. Or it could have been the same. I don't know. It is what it is. I can't. Once again, I'm not gonna rewind time. It is what it is. I went through it. I'm here now in Atlanta. I'm going to create something bigger and better. Bigger and better. That's it. So I got 2 little ones. Matter of fact, shout out to my 2 babies. Just found out. Actually, I just had my birthday was actually on the 19th. Can I get yeah? Oh yeah. Just turned 42 years old. 42 years old. Just turned 42. Actually on my birthday, just found out that my two little ones, that that the name of their company has been trademarked, has been registered trademark. So I got to give myself a hand for that. Got to give myself a hand for that. Even, going through this rocky situation with the ex-wife, 3 years we decided back in 2020, decided that we need to separate. But instead of getting bitter, I got better. And being better is being focused. Being better. Hold on, let's rewind that. Being better is becoming more focused. So once again, we decided to get separated in 2020. I didn't say, you know what, let me go out here and smash all these random females, this, that, and the third, go out to these parties and to these clubs and strip clubs. Nah, I got to work with my children. At the time, my youngest was 4. She gave me the idea for her for their business, their business name, their corporation I'm going to build, that we're going to build together. She gave it to me. Bam! I had my little dude over in Indonesia whip up a logo. For their Christmas gift. They had their own logo hoodies on. Because I was gonna combine it with mine with the 1247 and stuff I was doing. But I'm like, no, let me separate it so they can have their own intellectual property. I don't want to combine the two and stuff start flowing and stuff getting mixed up. I'm like, no, let me have my thing here and let me set them up over here. See, gentlemen, I didn't allow that failed relationship to make me bitter. Because if I allowed that situation to make me bitter, my children don't have their own business. Yeah, gentlemen, if I allowed that failed marriage with my ex-wife to make me a bitter person, I never would have thought of creating a business with them. Never would have thought about it. Would have been all in my feelings and, oh, woe is this and why is this happening? No, gentlemen, I just shook it off. Of course, it's gonna hurt. Now, once again, gentlemen, yeah, you're gonna get your feelings. You're gonna be emotional. Let's be honest. You're gonna be emotional. You're gonna feel betrayed. I mean, all types of things is going through my mind. And I spent all this time. Gentlemen, I pouted. I didn't shed a tear, but I mean, I got mad and this. I mean, I got mad at everybody, mad at the world, and man, I gave it my best and this, that, and the third. But sometimes, gentlemen, going through that helps you evaluate yourself. It failed. Once again, with that failure comes recognition. You have to reflect, gentlemen. You have to go, instead of looking out, you have to come within. How did I this up? How did I this up? That's where the recognition comes in. That's where the recognition comes in. It failed. Okay, cool. It failed. Like any test. You go to school, gentlemen, you fail. Cool. With that F, teacher gives you an F. With that F comes what? It should be recognition. You go back through the test, you see what you got wrong, and you study those points. So when you retake the test over again, that you can pass. Just like in life, gentlemen, everything you fail in is supposed to be some type of recognition. Something's supposed to change. Let's rewind that. With that failure, something comes recognition. With that recognition, it's supposed to be some type of change. If you fail a class and you do the same, if you don't study, you don't do the same thing, you fail again, gentlemen, that might be bad for you. You guys went to high school and college. Some of you went to college, and I mean, there's all types of trade schools. And gentlemen, especially going to college, man, you paying for those classes. You ain't got time to be failing them classes like that. Failing those tests like that. Some teachers are gracious enough. You fail a test, hey, they might be gracious enough to let you retake it. Because I know when I was going through college, there was different versions of a test. They might have you might have one part of the class has version A, part of another class has version B. Say you failed version A, okay. The teacher might be gracious enough to like, you know what? Hey, well, I'll let you take. I'll give you another. Well, here's the test. You failed. Cool. I'll give you a day. Coming tomorrow, I'll let you retake the test. But you're supposed to take that F on that test, and you're supposed to do what? You're supposed to recognize where you didn't study enough, or you didn't do this enough, you didn't do that enough. That F is supposed to be, you're supposed to have some type of recognition. You're supposed to recognize what you didn't study and what you didn't. You focus more on this part, but you didn't focus more on that part. Yeah, we went over in class, but you focus more on this. But you were supposed to focus more. You're supposed to balance it out. Every test. I mean, like I said, I hated. Now, one of my classes that I hated was statistics. I hated statistics. Like statistics, to me was dumb hard. Was dumb hard. You know, that was one of my worst class I've ever taken. But yeah, I passed the class. I barely passed the class. It is what it is. That's one of them classes. Listen, you take one time. It was hard as hell, but you keep it moving. And statistics was hard for me. I went to University of Maryland, University College, and I transferred over to DeVry University and things of that nature because I was trying to get money. I didn't care about school like that. I just wanted to get money because the military was, what was it called GI Bill. They were giving you some type of allowance for physically going to class, and that's all I use school for, is just to get extra money. It's so many things so many things I've done in my life, man. It's just, just half doing stuff and just going through the motions. Like, once again, not being purpose driven, just going through the motions. And it just, I've done a lot in my, especially in my, basically 15 years up in Maryland, DC, Virginia. It's a lot of learning I had to do. And part of the failed marriages was part of the learning experience. So, but yeah, just taking the class and passed it by the skin of my teeth. Statistics, kept it moving. But that F on that paper, or that F in life, whatever you fail in, gentlemen, it's supposed to get you to recognize. It's supposed you to reflect on yourself. You're supposed to go inward. That failure doesn't cause you to point the finger. You're supposed to go inward. You failed. Listen, I failed. I can't point the finger at you and say you're the reason why I failed. No. You failed because you didn't recognize it was failure to recognize X, Y, and Z. You didn't do this, or you didn't do this. You didn't pay attention to this. You didn't focus on this. It's many things you could have done why you failed in whatever you failed at. Failed, you're supposed to recognize. Thirdly, you're supposed to grow. Failure plus recognition equals growth. Will you become bitter, or will you become better? I understand, gentlemen. Hey, listen, you might not feel I'm appreciated. I get it, gentlemen. I get it. Sometimes that was my first marriage. So sometimes that was just, I hate to say it like this, sometimes that was just, I'm not gonna say a trial run, but it was just a learning experience. Never been married before, never had children before, first time getting a house, first time living with a female, first time living, with a female with children. So, everything, those basically that decade was a whole learning experience for me. That's all it was. It was a learning experience. But that failure in that marriage didn't cause me to be bitter. It caused me to be better, not only for myself, but for my children also. Right? Instead of me going out here and just doing me, because I hear a lot of that sometimes with guys going through divorce and separation. Oh, I'm about to do me. And some of these guys end up in worse situations. Now you got children, out of wedlock. You got baby mamas all over the place. I've seen guys go into self-destruct mode. I've seen that happen. You go through a failed marriage, and you get into your self-pity and your pity party, this, that, and the third. You go out here, once again, you still have no purpose. I told you, gentlemen, any man that does not have a purpose is a destroyer. Any man that comes out here with no purpose is a destroyer. You will destroy. And I've seen plenty of men go through a failed marriage, come out here and become a complete destroyer. Complete destroyer. This and you over here, you dealing with this one. You got this one over here. You got this one. Once again, that failed marriage was supposed to make you better, not bitter. You may have children, man. You said, you said, f them kids. So I've heard that many a times too. A lot of gentlemen out here, man, f them kids, man. So now you're going deeper and deeper and deeper into the abyss. Right? You failed. Now that failure, just like class, just like that class, high school, whatever, college, was not supposed to hinder you. It was supposed to make you better. That F was supposed to get you to recognize where you're falling short in your studies. Your failed marriage is supposed to help you recognize where you're falling short in your life as a person, how you communicate, your finances, this, that, and the third. I mean, that failure was supposed to help you to reevaluate your life. This is not working because you're supposed to reflect on yourself. And with that reflection and with that recognition, you're supposed to grow. Sometimes, hey, listen, sometimes the teacher can say, hey, listen, I'll let you retake the test again. And sometimes the teacher can be like, listen, man, you just gonna have to take that F and keep it moving. Do better on the next test. I've been in some classes like that too. I failed. He comes to the teacher like, hey, is there any way I can retake it? Nah, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna let you retake it, but here's a test, and this is what you need to study more. When the teacher gives you instructions, hey, listen, if I tell you if I pinpoint X, Y, if I pinpoint this, and this, but you went ahead, you studied this, and this, it's not the teacher's fault. Just like in life. Sometimes you might go through a failed relationship. Sometimes you might get a chance to redo it. And sometimes it'd be like, nah, it's failed, it's over, it's done with, it's time to move forward. And that's just how it is sometimes. Sometimes you could reconcile and get things right and come back together, this, that, and the third. And other times it's done. The damage is done, everything is done, there's nothing you can do. Only thing you can do is just part your separate ways and hopefully you can co-parent correctly. And hopefully you gentlemen made those adjustments in your life so when you move forward that you don't make those same mistakes over and over again. Hopefully that you come out with a purpose. Hopefully you come out with a standard for your life and a vision for your life. Just like I did, gentlemen. I came to Atlanta. I had the vision. I had the standard. I had the purpose already, locked down. So I didn't come to Atlanta. I'm not out here in anybody's club. I'm not out here in anybody's strip club. I'm not out here at these day parties and just wasting time. No, gentlemen, I came out here. I came to Atlanta with purpose, and this is what I'm doing. Not only for myself, for my children also. Because, gentlemen, if that failed relationship was gonna cause me to be a destroyer, believe me, my children wouldn't have any type of intellectual property right now. So it wasn't just me. I got two little ones. So now I got myself and those two little ones. We rocking and we rolling. Now their mom, on the other hand, she wanted to join in. That's her business. But I'm not gonna put that on her. I gotta take things. I gotta take matters into my own hand. I gotta become a man now. I'm not a little boy. I just turned 42 on the 19th. So I can't put it on her to be, so what you gonna do? Are you gonna help us? Nah, gentlemen, it is what it is. That's my responsibility. Those two little ones are my responsibility. I'm not gonna point to her and be like, what you gonna do about it? It is what it is, gentlemen. It is what it is. But I'm not gonna be a bitter person. I'm not gonna be bitter. Once again, gentlemen, you might feel like you haven't been appreciated. It's okay, gentlemen. It's okay. It's okay. Maybe the next one, hey, listen, if you decide to go down that road again, gentlemen, maybe your next relationship will be a whole lot better. So no, the man said, hey, listen, you felt like you were appreciated, but the next one you may deal with, maybe she wasn't maybe she wasn't loved correctly. So you got a man who hasn't been appreciated, comes across a woman who hasn't been loved correctly. Hey, that could be a beautiful thing. But you gentlemen have to do your work though. You have to do your homework on yourself. You have to be a better person for yourself. Hey, you run across that female, she rocking and rolling with you, this, that, and the third. You gentlemen have done the work and you still doing it. It's an ongoing process. It doesn't ever stop. You two come together. Your next relationship could be a beautiful thing. But you got to put in the work, gentlemen. That F from your last relationship was supposed to cause you to reflect. And that reflection, that recognition was supposed to help you to grow. So you gentlemen, you got to do your homework. Nothing's going to come easy. You know, gentlemen, there's a lot of things that I had to do. There's a lot of things I'm still dealing with. There's a lot of things, bad habits I'm getting rid of. You know, trying to manage my time, trying to put my especially with the finances and things of that nature, gentlemen. There's a lot of things I'm working on myself. It's an ongoing process, all day, every day. But long as every day I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to get better, gentlemen. I'm still going to win. I'm getting better because I'm going to win. Not saying that, hey, if I come through another relationship that, you know, it's gonna be all, you know, it's gonna be smooth sailing. No, gentlemen, it's gonna be rocky. But every single day, just recognize and listen, gentlemen, you went through that failed marriage, right? You went through that. You're supposed to recognize, just like any test in college, high school, you're supposed to recognize where you messed up. So when you go through something new, you're supposed to take what you learned and you apply it into this relationship. You're supposed to apply that failure, all the lessons and that you learned from that failed marriage, that failed relationship. You're supposed to apply it into this new one, so you don't make the same mistakes over and over again. You know, if my last relationship was I had a problem with communicating, then me failing to communicate with my ex, I can't bring that into this one. This new relationship, communicate out front. Boom. This is what I'm on. This is what I'm doing. You see it. You're either gonna join me, or we're gonna have to part separate ways. That's what being a leader is all about, gentlemen. It's about taking your failures, recognizing recognizing where you f***ed up, and growing, and going on your way, going on your journey. It's not hard. Life doesn't have to be complicated unless you make it complicated. But once again, I'm not going to be bitter. Because sometimes we might meet a new person, and this young lady. Well, I don't know what I'm gonna say young lady. Whoever you may come across with may remind you of what your ex did. Oh, here she go. Okay, I'm okay. Okay, you don't want to be Inspector Gadget, right? You don't want to be, making sure, she don't have these type of tendencies. She said one thing. Oh, here we go. She sounds just like my ex. See now I got the magnifying glass on you now. Now I'm looking over you now. Yeah. See what you did right there? Reminds me of my ex. Nah, hell nah. Nah. Nah, I can't do that. Now, once again, that could be a good thing or a bad thing. I mean, it's all up to you, gentlemen. All I'm saying is, with the failed relationship, has it made you bitter or has it made you better? If you didn't feel like you were being appreciated, that's fine. It is what it is. But once again, does that make you bitter or does that make you better? That's the question you got to ask yourself, gentlemen. Cool. I was doing this. I was working hard. I was doing this. I was doing that. And, I just feel like I wasn't being appreciated. It was just like, I wasn't getting thank yous. I wasn't getting this. I wasn't getting the affection, the love that I thought I deserved, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, gentlemen, hey. And you might have a legitimate complaint. You might. But once again, does that situation make you bitter or does it make you better? Do you shut, say you like doing things, you like giving gifts and you like doing things and, you got the 5 love language popping off and you like doing this, you like doing that and affection and you're going above and beyond. You did it in your last marriage and you feel like that just wasn't being reciprocated. Okay, gentlemen, cool. Does that stop you from being that type of man? Because that's who you are. That's who you are. You like giving gifts. You like doing little things. You like doing this. You like doing that. But the last relationship, it wasn't being reciprocated, right? As you see it, I was doing this. She wasn't. I didn't feel like it was being reciprocated. Okay, cool. So do you go into something new and just say from the get go, I'm just gonna shut all that down? Because you can come in with that type of attitude, but then you might have the same type of result as your last relationship. You might shut down something good. Because maybe the young lady is maybe she could be very appreciative of the little things that you do. She's she might be, but if you still stuck on what was old and you didn't grow from that, and you bring that bitterness and all that resentment over into this relationship, yeah, gentlemen, you just up your relationship again. You might have had you a rider, but you still got them old wounds and them old scars from that last relationship. You bring it over to this one, gentlemen. Yeah, you could have up this relationship too. And you might, the God, universe, ancestors, I don't know who you believe in, might have sent you a good one. Hey, we thought you was ready, but you kind of up too. We don't want to make we don't want to keep making the same mistakes, gentlemen. That's all I'm saying. We don't want to keep making the same mistakes. Fail, recognize, grow. That's it. Fail. One of my other sayings is, hey, listen, fail hard, fail fast, fail often. I'm telling you, gentlemen, the best tool that any man can have is failure. Failure is going to be your best tool that you're ever going to experience, or ever the best tool you're ever going to have in your toolbox is failure. Man, hold on, let's rewind that. Because some of you looking at me like, huh?
What?
Yeah, gentlemen, your best tool that you will ever have in your toolbox is going to be failure. It is what it is. Any type of failure is going to cause you to recognize, right? People say all the time, failure is not an option. I'm telling you, don't listen to that. Don't listen to that. If somebody talking about failure is not an option, gentlemen, that type of person is not going to grow. That type of person with that type of mindset is not going to grow. That person is going to be the same now and 20 years from now. You're going to be the same person because, hey, listen, failure is just not an option. But just like if you guys are working out in the gym, I said it before, maybe on another platform, maybe I said it here too, but it's just sometimes to get that maximum growth of your muscle, you got to lift until the point of what? Failure. Right? Have you done that before? Have you been in the gym and you worked out and you might do that last set I've done that before, plenty of times. Hey man, we got this one last set, man. Let's go to the point of failure. And you out there cranking it up, and you know the arm's starting to get weak, and you know you might have done that last set of arm curls or bench press. I don't know what it is. Everybody does whatever exercise to the point of failure, but that failure is going to help that muscle to grow even faster. So failure is good. Failure is going to help that you to grow. It's going to help your muscles grow. It's going to help you to be a better person. You know, with failure, now the thing with failure, like especially lifting weights, normally normally you curl, say you're doing arm curls to the point of failure. See, failure is going to actually cause a lot of pain. Yeah. If you out there, you lifting weights or you doing something to the point of failure, that failure is going to come with a lot of pain. A lot of pain comes with that failure. It just does. Gentlemen, and that's one thing about life. It's just, you know, sometimes we want to flow through life like we're not going to have any type of pain, but gentlemen, that's just not life. I know brothers want to be out here, men want to flow through life and don't want to go through any type of pain, but gentlemen, that's you're not living. You're really just existing. Let's rewind that. Gentlemen, if you go through life and you don't experience any type of pain, you're not really living, you're just existing. You know, going through any type of failure, yeah, that's going to cause some type of pain. But that pain, just like if you put your hand on the stove and that fire is hot and you experience that pain is going to cause you to do what? Recognize. Don't put your hand on the stove no more. That pain from that fire or that stove or the iron, or you have a iron or something like that, ironing clothes, and that iron hits your hand, it burns your hand. Yeah, that's pain. But that pain is going to help you it's going to help you to grow. That pain is going to help you to grow. So yeah, that's what failure is. Failure is going to be painful, but it's going to help you to recognize, and that with that recognition, it's going to help you to grow. So you can be what? Better. So you can be what? Better. My bad, hit the wrong button. Better, John. It's about being better. Growth should make you better. Growth from any type of situation should make you a better person. Should make you. Whatever situation you got to go through. Cool, you fail. You got to go through that pain. You got to recognize where you fell short. You got to grow, because, you know, when you're moving forward, gentlemen, you should be moving differently. You should be a different person. Every type of pain causes you to transform, just like when you lift weights. You know, when you first start lifting weights, you might not have definition, but you keep going to the gym, you keep lifting to the point of failure, gentlemen. It's going to cause for you to do what? Transform. It's going to cause you, that pain or that failure, it's going to cause you to transform, just like in your life. That pain or that failure is going to cause you to transform. Who wants to deal with the same person? If I see you today and I see you 5 years from now, you're the same person? So what you've been doing for these last 5 years? You've been skating. I refuse to fail. Well, my friend, once again, you refuse to grow. Can I get oh yeah? Oh yeah. So you remain the same. You just you've done this in life. You just floated. I don't want to go through any pain. I don't want. So you haven't transformed. You probably got the same old mindset. You're probably doing the same old things, hanging around the same old people. You just what you're doing. You just coasting. No failure, no pain, no recognition, no growth, no nothing. Just same old, same old. You come across these people, they have the same talking points. It's like, This is why I had to cut off a lot of people from my life. It's just like, a lot of people were just coasting. You didn't want to fail. You didn't want to go through any pain. You didn't want to go through any type of recognition. You didn't want to grow. So every time you've seen these people, they got the same talking points every single time. Shoot, I have old coworkers I used to talk to, man. It's like, I listen, bro. This one guy, he was cool, but it's like, bro, every time I talk to you, it's always the same talking points. You're going through this. You're going through many lessons. You're going through many different things in your life, but brother, how is it? How are these difficulties helping you to transform? Are you allowing these difficulties and these things that you're going through to help you transform, or are you just out here, you just winging it? And this is why I had to cut off a lot of people just in my life. It's just a lot of people I see around me are just winging it. They're cool with being cool. They're cool with just having whatever they have, and wherever the wind blows, that's where I'm going. The wind blows to the left, I'm going to left. If it goes to the right, I'm going to the right. It is what it is. But gentlemen, that's to me, that's not living. That's just existing. I came here to live. I came here to go through many, if I got to go through many trials and tribulations, if I got to go through many different difficulties, gentlemen, so be it. I'm going to go through it. If I fail, I fail. I'm just going to recognize, I'm going to grow, transform, and keep it moving forward. That's how I'm operating now. So all this extracurricular, I don't get into all that crazy stuff. I don't have time to be out here in anybody's bar. I don't have any time to be in anybody's face. I'm building, I'm growing. There's things that I want to do for myself and for my children. I don't have time to do what I did all them years ago. I don't have time to keep doing that. So yeah, gentlemen, it's time to get better. It's time to get better. Hey, if you didn't feel appreciated in your last relationship, okay, gentlemen, don't let that make you bitter. Get better. I'll say it again, gentlemen. Don't get bitter. Let's get better. All right. Anyways, that is my show for today. Hey. Give yourself a hand.
Oh no!
Okay, give yourself a hand. Appreciate everybody for listening to me. This just came to my head today, man. I had to put it out there. As you gentlemen know, man, it's about to becoming a better person, a better man, a better leader. It's not about, keep saying it. It's about being better, not bitter. You fell down. That failure, whatever your last relationship caused you to fall down, gentlemen, this is what you got to do. You got to dust yourself off. You got to get your behind up. You got to keep it moving. You're not supposed to, hey, listen, you failed. You don't stay falling. You got to get up. You got to get up. Keep moving forward. You gentlemen still have purpose. You have a standard on top of that, and you have a vision on top of that. Don't let that failed relationship deter you from your purpose. Don't let it do it, gentlemen. Don't let that failed relationship deter you from your purpose. That's one thing, even myself, I find myself sometimes, getting upset and, sometimes being sad and this, that, and the third, but I can't allow that situation to deter me from my purpose, which is you, gentlemen. I've gone through what I've gone through so I can give you, gentlemen, the tools. I can give you, gentlemen, the game, whatever you want to call it. I can give you, gentlemen, the game. I went through the failed relationship, gentlemen. I'm giving you the game. This is not something I read in the book. This is something I had to live through. This is something that I'm going through. I'm giving you the game, gentlemen. This is what the podcast is about. I'm starting over. Think about it, gentlemen. This is the title. Starting over, a father with a dream. I still have a dream, even though I'm starting over. I went through this failed relationship, gentlemen. I'm starting over because I still have a dream, because I still have a purpose. I still have a standard. I still have a vision for my life. Even though I'm starting over, my dream has never left me. Even though I'm starting over, I'm not going to become destructive in society and to whoever I come across. I'm not going to make that situation, I'm not going to carry that burdens with me. Yes, I'm starting over. I have a dream for myself. My children have a dream also. Gentlemen, I'm still making it happen. This is what this whole podcast, this is what, if you guys are watching this on YouTube or on my podcast, gentlemen, this is what it is. It's not about me. Like I said, this is not play. I'm not talking, gentlemen. I'm not out here talking just to be talking. I'm trying to encourage you, fathers. If you failed in relationship, gentlemen, you still have a dream. I told you, gentlemen, the dream is the purpose. Your dream, hold on, let's rewind that. Gentlemen, your dream is the purpose. It's why you're here. It's your dream. Whatever you think of is in your head that you want to do, gentlemen, that's what you've been put on this earth to do. Even though if you went through a failed relationship, gentlemen, just like me, gentlemen, I'm starting over again, but I still have the dream, which is my purpose. And I'm not going to let my dreams die because my failed relationship didn't work. It didn't work. It didn't work. I was all over the place. It didn't work. But I'm here in Atlanta, Georgia. Hit the reset button on my life. I'm not going to let that situation that I came through make me a better person. It's going to make me better. And if I become better, then I can be better to everybody that's around me. I can be a better person. I'm not going to let it, I'm not going to, if I come across people, I'm not going to look people all sideways and this person may try to get me. This person may, no, gentlemen. I'm going to be aware of some things. I'm not going to be oblivious to things. I am going to watch for the red flags. I am going to watch. I'm not going to be a dummy. Right? I'm not going to be a dummy, but I am going to be aware of what's going on. But still at the same time, I'm still out here operating in purpose. I want to see you men do the same thing. Your relationship didn't work, gentlemen. I want you to be a better person. Don't let that situation bring you down. Recognize and grow. That's it. Anyways, that's the end of my show. That's the end of my show. Give me a hand. All right, we good. All right. Brothers, ladies, if you're watching too, hey, listen, if you guys could donate to my Cash App, you guys see it down there on the bottom screen, the $1247 Clothing Company. Also, my PayPal is the @SIMON1247. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel on YouTube. If you're listening to this on Anchor, Spotify, or wherever this is broadcasting at, please subscribe to those channels also. I appreciate you, gentlemen, for all that you do, if you're taking your time out to listen to me. And gentlemen, once again, let's be bitter and not, I'm sorry. I said, let's be bitter. My bad. Let's be better, not bitter. All right. Don't be bitter. Let's be better. All right. You gentlemen stay up. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.